Peace and blessings. Sending you so much love, and I just have a lot of gratitude for you guys for showing up and sharing the space as always. I'm your brother Joe, and we are the way. And today I just wanted to remind you that you're reaching and unlocking a whole new realm of potential. It's because you understand what is working in you and through you. You've gotten to this point of relationship where you have this unfazed understanding, right? Because it is your truth. And I'm just a confirming word along your journey. You know, I'm your brother, so don't feel like you're alone, because I know that sometimes it may feel that way, but it's not the truth. You know, because right now you're in this phase where you have just emerged into this new portion of your life. So this feeling that you're having, this means of expression, it may seem a little bit confusing at first, right? But you're honing in, and like a baby that's out of the womb, you're just like, you're awakened to the light, and now you're just kind of like, wow, this is where I'm at. This is where I get to thrive. This is my new understanding. It's been here this whole entire time, right? We're not special. We're not really any different. We have just been chosen for a time such as this. You've been chosen for this time. You've gone through all the trials, the tribulations, the testings for this very moment. And it's something that we should clap and celebrate too, right? Because it's been a long journey, and it's still, we gotta proceed forth, right? Unwavering, but we're so ranked up now. It's just like, there's a confidence, an unparalleled confidence. It's the Godfidence, because it's not even you, right? It's your understanding of what is working through you, like I'm said. So it's just pat yourself on the back. I'm giving you double thumbs up right now. I could only give you one at the time, so there's another one. But it's the truth, man, or woman, whoever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. I am here back at the school, and you know, we're doing God's work. This is where we're being called to. I'm not saying you're being called to this school, but you're being called, and God's using you for a purpose. And you're starting to realize that, right? You're starting to realize that this purpose that He's had for you was to walk in this spiritual abundance, knowing that there is no lack, knowing that you have everything in the center of your heart. You're not moving from a man's point of view. You're moving from God's heart's perspective. It's a renewed perspective. It's an understanding of who you are and who you truly came here to be. And that is a beautiful thing. You know, it's fascinating to see the journeys and where God takes us to when we begin to submit. I got someone hanging out behind me. Let's go say what's up. Let's say what's up to our friend over here. And let's check out, because how are you? Nice to meet you. Well, yeah, I also have another friend over here too. That's honestly, I don't know his name, but he's following me. He's the house dog, and we're out here in the field. It's time to just be grateful for every breath, for your eyesight, for the ability to hear, for your ability to taste, for the ability to see, to the ability to walk. We have to really hone in and count our blessings, because life is abundant. if you choose to see how really abundant life is right now outside the paradigm of this world, because you know who's running this operation here. So when you choose to be seated next to Christ on that throne, then you know it's glory upon glory, and it's blessings upon blessings, and you're moving with the Holy Spirit in the sense where it's radiating through you. The energy is now being perceived, the light is being felt. You sometimes won't even have to say anything when you enter rooms, but the countenance that you have is that of Christ. Like, this is what we're here for. We're called to love. We're called to be beacons of that love, to be that lighthouse for those who are still sailing out in the dark, those who are still, riding out those waves and rocking on the ship in that storm. It's time that you're called into this purpose, right? Into this understanding, into your inheritance as a son or daughter of the Most High. We're all here. We're all one and the same. And those who are out there, they need help. They need a life raft sent to them. And that is what we are here to do. We're here to put our faith into action, to walk by faith, not to lean on our own understanding, but to do what we're really being called to do for the kingdom, right? To make heaven on earth so others may experience heaven now. Don't think that heaven is separated. We've been called, to bring heaven on earth, to allow the Holy Spirit, to allow God's vibration, God's energy, God's frequency to move through you and I, so we could understand and unlock these next dimensions of love. This is what it is. This is what it's always been. And this is what we've been called to do. So just know it's a beautiful process in where you are in this moment, and accept it for who you are now. Hello. There's a bunch of kids out in the field, and it's just a lovely. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm in this space. I'm glad every day. And I don't ever ask for anything other than if you want to support the channel, subscribe, comment, or like. But right now, where I'm volunteering my time is they're in a predicament, right? And they're losing sponsorship. It's an NGO. This school is relying on sponsored hands. I'm going to put the link in the description, all the information in the description. And if you're called to tithe to this organization, to this school, which provides English for rural children at no cost, then if you're being led, give. This is what I'm going to promote, because I'm sharing my time connecting with the people here, because this is where God has put me. I'm like, God, let's go. I'm raising my hand. Where are you taking me? Oh, I'm going to take you here. I'm going to take you there. And I'm just kind of like, I'm like sitting back almost at awe, because it's like I see all these things transpiring before my eyes, and it's been like, wow, okay, I'm catching these signs, I'm catching these synchronicities, I'm realizing where you're putting me at this moment. And I know a part of the process is with what's coming down the line, with things I've talked about before, is to be a blessing. It's really, what is the religion? It's to take care of the widows and the orphans. That is true religion. This is what we're called to do. We're called to be givers. We're called to be lovers. We're not called to be 501(c)(3)s and operate in a building. We're called to do the work, really. So it's time for you to put your faith into action. Understand what God has placed in your hearts. Continue to plant seeds, sow seeds of righteousness. You can't do anything but other than help your brother or sister. And sometimes it looks very different from what we're used to. But just know, continue striving to love, continue striving to carry on what God has called you to do, because he's called you to do more. You know, he's gone, he's with the Father, and he's sent you the Holy Spirit to be that helper and that intercessor, right? So be still. This is one thing that God has shown me a part of this journey, is to hone in, to go within, to seek the kingdom within. And in seeking that, in being there, I've gotten so much revelation, so much understanding. He's revealed so many things to me. He's put people in my path that have spoken to me on things that he's revealed to me only when I was in that secret place. So it's the truth. Like the other day, God is like, he was like, you know, it doesn't talk to me like this, but it's just me relaying the information to you. He's like, I'm going to express something through mathematics to you, through an understanding of the signs in the skies, right? And the other day when I got back into this country, I met this individual named Andrew. And Andrew, it's significant because a lot of the significant people that I meet, they're also named after disciples. So I picked up on that sign, right? And God was like, I'm going to reveal something to you through this individual. And this individual shared so much enlightening things to me that were only tied into what God was speaking to my heart just a few days prior. So just trust, man. Trust. Lean not on your own understanding. It's time for you to stay armored up, because this war that we're fighting is deeply spiritual. It does sometimes manifest here. You know, we see it on a daily basis, but all things are in union. All things are according to God's plans. But when you understand this, then you know, like, okay, it's time to move from the unseen. It's time to wage war from my heart space and not my head space. You know, it starts in the heart, it goes through your head, and then it's out through your hand. You know, so continue to trust in the process. Continue to trust in the path. With that being said, you got the cows in the background. Much love and peace be with you. Take care.